With the launch of The King's Descent, mobile games have broken all records for revenue and downloads. The highest monthly profit reached $4 billion, and even the national download reached $1 billion. It is a phenomenal mobile game with 8 billion downloads. And this King of the King from the Mengyu School is even more enthusiastic. In the Mengyu Game Company, the average age of these game developers is not even 18, which is enough to shock the media. Mengyu School, The King's Descent. Mengyu School is the school that cultivates the world champion. Did you go to Mengyu School? All kinds of topics have been headlined by netizens in strange ways. After all, Xiao Qingrong's life is so fantastic and shocking, and everything created by the Mengyu School has also shocked many. Super influencers on the internet, online authors who can write novels that will have a TV series soon, highly talented players who won the championship, and they even made a mobile game that has billions of downloads. These people all come from Mengyu School. And there is only one person they most respect, and that is Xiao Qingrong, the principal of Mengyu School. Seeing that his reputation was getting higher and higher, Xiao Qingrong chose to start Weibo. In addition to many parents paying attention to Xiao Qingrong, many netizens paid attention to Xiao Qingrong as well. In one day, Xiao Qingrong's followers have already broken through the millions. While most of the education community supports Xiao Qingrong's new education methods, some disapprove, but this can't stop the parents' thoughts of sending their children to the Mengyu School. When parents see how these addicted children have turned out, they want to send their child when they see how much their child enjoys computers. This Mengyu School has cultivated so many geniuses, and their child may learn a lot, so they went to consult the Mengyu School with such an idea. Today, there are hundreds of staff at Mengyu School, of which 5 are just answering telephone calls. They receive consultation calls from all over the country every day. However, Mengyu School can only accommodate 30,000 students. After these parents called to sign up, Xiao Qingrong 618 would investigate the students who wanted to come to class and determine the talents of the children before agreeing to send them over. It's not that Xiao Qingrong deliberately ignored those talented children, but now that the school is so big and has not had time to expand again, it can only accommodate 30,000 people. Of course, it is necessary to choose those talented children because such children should not be left to gather dust. The new school year has begun, and Mengyu School is as lively as ever. This time, the children who were sent there were not afraid. Instead, they were fascinated by this fabled quitting school. Many children watched it online. When they got the news, they offered to come over because they also wanted to see what kind of school did not treat internet addiction as a disease. Everyone is busy at Mengyu School, both teachers and old students, because Xiao Qingrong gave them a task. Everyone took one of the new students and showed them around campus, and explained the school rules to them. After the transformation, the Mengyu School is completely different from other schools. Even the parents who followed were very curious. They were shocked when they saw classrooms that were completely different from ordinary schools. They felt that this school was amazing. You know, of course, that ordinary schools are places for learning too, and learning is the most important thing. Students will have a variety of classes they can take, but most of the time, those schools won't have unique classes that involve the entertainment industry, like art or music. In Mengyu School, in addition to the art and music classes that anyone can take, there are more weird classrooms. Girls' favorite makeup classes, for example, are specially designed to teach children how to apply makeup. Yes, the teacher in it is a very famous makeup artist. Xiao Qingrong hired her for an annual salary of 2 million. In addition to the makeup class, there is a game training room, a handmade room, a clothing production room, a computer repair room, and an internet celebrity training room. A variety of different classes are presented in front of everyone, and the parents felt that the school was very upscale. The students who choose to come to this school are the same. Mengyu School has learned a lot on the internet. When they came here, they felt that this school was completely different from other schools. When a new student goes to another school, there is always a break-in period. However, when these children arrived at the Mengyu school, they required no break-in period at all. As long as they talk to their classmates, they start to blend in, probably because everyone is obsessed with the internet and the topics that everyone speaks to each other about can be connected, so these children are more satisfied with this school. Parents sent their children here and left, and Xiao Qingrong's second training for these children continued. In addition to cultivating these children in the school, Xiao Qingrong has already bought land again to expand the Mengyu school. After all, although the school can now accommodate 30,000 people, more students will choose to come to this school in the future. 5 years have passed, and the Mengyu school has now developed into the largest super school in the province. The children in this school are from 12 to 24 years old, and the school has changed a lot in the past 5 years. For example, the area of Mengyu College is now second to none in China, larger than that of many universities, and the construction is more exquisite. The number of students who come to this school every year is even more numerous. Over the years, people have come and gone. Xiao Qingrong also owns various companies. In addition to game companies and game clubs, there are also network software companies, online celebrity brokerage companies, online author companies, and game companies. There are also offices, construction companies, clothing companies, and even cosmetic and drug companies. And all this comes from the children at Mengyu School. Each of these children has strengths. Maybe they did not receive support from their own family or were opposed by their parents. So after coming here with the backing of Mengyu School, they can pursue their dreams. Among them, the construction company was started by students who like to play architecture games. Xiao Qingrong initially invested in it, and it later became a standout in the industry. There is also a clothing company. Mengyu College's school uniform design was inspired by these adorable children from the start. They later chose to apply for investment. Under the investment of Xiao Qingrong, they built their own clothing company. Their glory on the world stage has bloomed with time. There is also a cosmetics company that was developed by some guys who like chemistry. After trials by school children, they found that the effect was outstanding and then started to make cosmetics. Now, one by one, they are better than those on the market. Who is the best on the market? That's none other than Xiao Qingrong, the principal of Mengyu School. This amazing principal not only tapped the merits of those children and carried them forward but was also good at investing a lot of money in them. So to find someone to manage these companies, it is natural to use a headhunting company. In 5 years, the headhunting company has already sent a lot of talents to the company under the name of Xiao Qingrong, including domestically famous talents and overseas study parties. In short, the name of the Mengyu School can now be heard across the country. Even those children who did not have an internet addiction wanted to come to this school. However, Mengyu School only receives 10,000 students each year, and the applicants are carefully selected by the principal. Over time, everyone understood that even if it meant quitting school, it was not something you could just do. However, Mengyu School is really powerful. Every year, there are exceptionally talented geniuses. Whether it is a competitive player who plays games, a costume designer who resounds on the international stage, or even children who go to participate in makeup competitions abroad, these are all mentioned. It is a very brilliant resume. On the internet, Xiao Qingrong, the principal of Mengyu School, has reached 20 million personal fans. It is nothing like a principal's Weibo, and every time the principal posts, it causes a sensation. In addition, the Mengyu School has an official website. It does not promote the school's teaching staff like other schools, nor does it promote the campus scenery, but it does write up the brilliant resumes of these children from the Mengyu School. A Xian, the super celebrity, is on the front page. This beautiful little girl has now established herself in the entertainment industry. She can be regarded as a second-tier female star. After she became popular that year, she started filming and went all the way. When facing the media, she always thanked the Mengyu School and thanked the principal. There are also the teams that won the 9th World League competition, heroes. They have successfully written their more brilliant records. In addition, other teams are the same. Everyone that went to the Mengyu school proved that even ordinary students can also have dreams and even fulfill them, and this surprised Xiao Qingrong. He didn't think these ordinary students would be able to achieve their dreams. Writing novels, designing clothes, selling cosmetics, and starting construction companies. These things refreshed the resume of Mengyu School one at a time and let everyone realize the magic of this school because, many times, adults underestimate children because, according to them, only after accumulating a certain amount of experience can someone fully succeed. Children at Mengyu School, regardless of age, can pursue their dreams and achieve their goals as long as they have the ability and the courage to do so. Xiao Qingrong is 24 years old this year. Compared to other people who would try to get a job after graduating, everything that Xiao Qingrong has now is something that many people may never get in their lives, whether it is the Mengyu School or everything created by the children of the Mengyu School. As the principal of Mengyu School, Xiao Qingrong has also been very busy in the past 5 years. In addition to expanding the school, it is necessary to train those children with 618 and make them more excellent in all aspects. What makes Xiao Qingrong happy is the plasticity of these children. For example, Tao Zi, in just 5 years, has become a very powerful hacker. People in the school come and go, and during these 5 years, Xiao Qingrong accepted a few more apprentices. There are 8 children in total. The youngest of the 8 is only 13 years old, and the oldest is 22 years old. They all have exceptional computer skills, not software skills, but the kind of skills required to protect a country. Seeing that time was getting closer, Xiao Qingrong gave himself a day off, sitting in his office and smoking leisurely. It's almost time, 618, and if those people do it, it will be fun. In the office, Xiao Qingrong's expression was almost unclear, but 618 was able to feel the excitement of his host. In many cases, 618 could not understand his host. The capabilities of the host are now enough to wipe out all the hackers. At 1 o'clock in the evening tonight, the Starstream Hacker Alliance from the United States and the United Kingdom will gather for the first time to commence a large-scale invasion of Huaxia. Through the network invasion, many Huaxia banks will be paralyzed, and even the bank's online banking system will be destroyed. In addition, all major domestic portals will be nicknamed cowards, and sudden power outages in major cities in China will all be caused by those crazy hackers. According to what 618 knows, this hacker raid was known as the 1 a.m. War, and it was also called the Devil's O'Clock by subsequent generations because when the bell at 1 o'clock in the morning sounded, those hackers opened their arrogant fangs, trying to swallow the sleeping dragon of Huaxia. Beginning at 1 o'clock in the morning, not to mention how much money Huaxia lost due to this raid, the power outages in major cities caused a great impact on this country. After all, this happened, and 618 knew that the host, because he was a genius hacker, rose strongly in this 1 a.m. war, and directly confronted those who participated in the hacking operation at the time by himself. He even helped the country reveal the identities of these people. Eventually, in the negotiations with the government, he gained a strong position and finally brought these hackers to justice. It is also this 1 a.m. war that has made people from all over the world realize the existence of such a hacker. Everyone in Huaxia also knows a hero who can turn the tide. This hero is called King. Host, if this 1 o'clock in the morning event happens, it will have a great impact on Huaxia. 618 remembered the information it saw. The January 11th war caused a domestic financial crisis and almost triggered a domestic and foreign war. All this happened so suddenly, and it was too late to react. However, 618 believed the host could successfully stop all this, but why didn't the host bring these people to justice earlier? Xiao Qingrong was smoking, and his expression couldn't be seen. After hearing 618, he laughed. 618, sometimes, you don't act like a system but like a person, full of so much useless sympathy. This sentence rendered 618 speechless. Being praised by the host should be a joyous occasion, but 618 now feels as if his host is mocking himself. Xiao Qingrong could almost think of the 618th's tangled look at this moment. He smiled, extinguished the smoke in his hand, and then played with the lighter in his hand. Humans are very greedy and very cunning. I deal with them before they act, but why should I do it? Since all this is something that must happen, we can only let it happen. After this hacking war, more people will know about our Mengyu school. Isn't this a win-win situation? Such selfless dedication is not feasible here for Xiao Qingrong. Even if a hacker attacked the country, what does that have to do with him? Why block it in advance? Moreover, these people have been booked by Xiao Qingrong, and he specially trained his disciples. These long-established super hackers are the best stepping stones for his disciples. Stepping on them, these disciples can go higher and go further. But, 618 wanted to say something, but for a while, it did not know what to say because it was clear that the host wasn't wrong. 1 a.m. war was something that had happened before, and it would be unfair to the host to let the host stop it. If the wings of the butterfly are stirred up, it may cause a huge sensation. Now, it seems normal for the host to watch this happen and then come out again to stop it, although the host does not want to appear himself. The ascension of a hero, the common conflict of many people, remains a little different. Just like in those movies, the protagonist is always able to kill the villain, sweeping the audience alone, and this time, the host so obstinately gave those children this opportunity to become famous. 618 just felt that the host was very good to those students. You know, in addition to the talented students of Mengyu School, some of them are just ordinary people, so to take care of these people, Mengyu School also introduced a series of policies. The majority of Mengyu School graduates can find work in Mengyu School-run businesses. Therefore, many students will work for Xiao Qingrong once they graduate. Regarding the question of how many assets the principal has, many students have been curious, especially those who apply for company funds to fund their dreams since the principal never seems to run out of money. Okay, this time we'll just sit back and enjoy the show. Now the school has become so eye-catching. After this help, it can be regarded as backing for the school to help the country through this disaster. There will be some privileges after this. Xiao Qingrong didn't want to participate in this so-called hacking war. Of course, even if he didn't want anyone to know. 618 no longer said anything, knowing that the host already had his ideas and that it was useless to say anything. The minutes passed minute by minute, and because Xiao Qingrong had notified his apprentices in advance, at 9 o'clock in the evening, all the students that he had personally taught came to their classroom. This classroom looked ordinary, but the dozen or so computers in it are worth tens of millions. It is the most advanced computer to date, and everyone uses it to practice hacking. Brother Tao, what did the teacher ask us to do? A 15-year-old boy asked Tao Zi with curiosity. Among these people, Tao Zi is the first disciple. He was the wiser older brother. Everyone would listen to Tao Zi's words, and although they may be arrogant in front of others, they act obediently in front of him. I don't know, there is always something to do, and the teacher has his ideas. Tao Zi started learning computer languages from Xiao Qingrong a while back, and he firmly worships Xiao Qingrong. Even if tens of years have passed, his most admired person is still Xiao Qingrong. In his heart, no hacker in this world can win against his teacher. When the other student heard this, they knew that their senior brother didn't know what was going on, so they all stood there quietly waiting. After waiting for a while, Xiao Qingrong walked in from outside. He had smoked a lot before, so he went to the bath to change clothes and even sprayed perfume. Xiao Qingrong's life is now managed by Rong Lolele. Therefore, everything from clothing to jewelry to even simple things is carefully arranged. Entering this classroom, Xiao Qingrong saw the apprentices, who were sitting in a row. He had 8 apprentices, all of whom were very good. Say something unpleasant. If these 8 apprentices join forces to attack the White House abroad, it is estimated that they can get down. Although Xiao Qingrong has been suppressing these children, they did not let these children do wrong things. Internet hacking is a common term known to the public, but in this circle, hackers are divided into good and bad. Good hackers serve the country, and they also pretend to be ordinary people. Those bad ones are called hackers, and what they are doing is illegal. Doing a few plugins is one of the easiest operations. The malware in the early years was the most horrible. One of the hacking organizations, through one virus, directly stole $300 billion from many companies and banks. Xiao Qingrong has also made viruses for these children to crack, but these children have never been asked to do anything illegal. He has planned the future for these children, returning to the country, and glorifying this as their final destination. Teacher. All students stood up after seeing Xiao Qingrong and then addressed him respectfully as teacher. After coming to Mengyu School, their most admired person has become the man in front of them. In addition to them, countless students have found their dreams with the help of their teachers. These disciples are the only ones who can call him a teacher, so they have always been proud of this fact. Having such a teacher is enough to make them happy enough to show off. Well, sit down first. There is something I need you to do. With a wave of his hand, Xiao Qingrong walked to his seat and then turned to look at the children after they had sat down, before glancing at the children. These children are the most talented people on the computer that Xiao Qingrong has selected in recent years, and he has taught them for such a long time. Each of them can be said to be a very powerful hacker. Although he is not quite sure how they compare with the international hackers, Xiao Qingrong believes in the abilities of these children and also believes in his abilities. There is a super system called 618 that helps them practice, so how could these children be worse than those hackers? All the students' eyes were excited, and they oohed at their teacher. Unlike others, their class in the hacker group was the most valued by their teacher. Although there were few people in the class, from the moment they were selected for this class, everyone had an inexplicable expression. Destiny. Although they came to this class because they like computers, under the guidance of their teacher, Xiao Qingrong, and the practice of day and night, they always feel that their teacher seems to be training them, waiting for something to come. Everyone can feel that feeling, and because of this, everyone will practice harder because each of them takes Xiao Qingrong as the goal to be surpassed. According to what I know, the Overseas Starstream Hacker Alliance has joined some other powerful hackers and intends to launch a large-scale attack on our network in the early morning to late at night. I want you to come here today so I can arrange an operation for you. As long as you complete my requirements for graduation work, you will be able to graduate. Looking at these children's innocent faces, Xiao Qingrong felt that among these 8 people, there should be 6 or 7 who can graduate. At that time, being hired by the state can be considered the peak of one's career. A hacker is not indulging in darkness, and doing something silently is considered cool. As people protected by the state, they should have their ideas, and they must also stand up to defend the country and use their skills to add to it. Starstream Hacker Alliance Tao Zi repeated the name but frowned. This is the 8th year he has entered the computer industry, and he has fought against the Starstream Hacker Alliance several times. It was usually just a short brawl, and they did not officially fight. After all, they are not bothering them, so there is no need to fight. Other students also know about the Starstream Hacker Alliance, and one of them can't believe it. Isn't the Starstream Hacker Alliance a group of hackers that steal from companies? The people in it are all wealthy. That's right. The most important reason why the Starstream Hacking Alliance is famous in the circle is because of their greed. It is unknown how many people are in the group, but they can be regarded as a hacker group. They are also very notorious because each time they appear, they often bring a huge loss of profits to companies. The most recent one was that the system of a US bank was hacked by the Starstream Hacker Alliance during the Chinese New Year last year. The system was disorganized, and more than $700 million were lost. Moreover, there is even a wanted poster for them. However, it's a pity that even though there is a wanted poster for them, it won't do much because no one knows who the Starscream Hacker Alliance are. Every time they commit a crime, they wave a red flag, so they are called the Starscream Hacker Alliance. Because of the existence of such a group of people, many people fully dislike people like hackers. Yes, the Starscream Hackers League will bring huge losses every time it appears. This time is no exception. They were active in the United States, Great Britain, and other regions before. This time, according to my sources, they will work with some illegal hackers to cause certain attacks on our country's network, and they want to use this method to find fish in muddy waters and steal domestic money. Once successful, they may not only cause a financial crisis in the country, they may even trigger a new war. So Qingrong's eyes were condensed, and his face was serious. This is the first time these children have seen such a serious expression on Xiao Qingrong's face, which is enough to prove that this matter is really scary. The Starscream Hacker Alliance is really scary. The reason they are so frightening is that they have committed so many crimes before but have never been caught. To this day, they are still an internationally wanted super hacker alliance. All the students' faces are full of dignity. They don't know if they can stop all this, and Xiao Qingrong has no plans to give them time to think. The specific attack time of the Starscream Hacker Alliance should be at 1 o'clock in the morning. Now, the last assignment I will give you is that you are to investigate who the members of the Starscream Hacker Alliance are and report it to me. Such people should go to the International Court. No one opposed Xiao Qingrong's words. In Mengyu School, almost all the students worshipped Xiao Qingrong madly, thinking that Xiao Qingrong is their idol, and these children are the same. At this time, when they heard about such a difficult task, they were a little nervous but also excited, and a fiery look appeared on everyone's face. "Teacher, we will complete the task." A 14-year-old child spoke first, and others rushed to speak in a hurry. These children will always be full of vitality, which makes Xiao Qingrong like it. "Okay, then the next time, everything is up to you." Xiao Qingrong patted each child's shoulders. After Xiao Qingrong encouraged all the children, he left the computer room and returned to his own office. "Host, do you want to give these children a chance to become famous?" 618 thinks that this matter can still be saved with carefully and hurriedly asked questions. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. When he thought of how his host would beat those abominable hackers down all by himself, he couldn't help but feel ecstatic. Xiao Qingrong was sitting in front of the computer, his fingers were on the keyboard, and he moved quickly, leaving only after images, but there was still time to answer 618. An expert doesn't have to prove himself at the cost of bullying the weak. 618 knows the host has the power to turn the tide. For these hackers, is it worth the host's time to personally deal with them? When a person can win against many opponents, does it depend on talent? Hearing the words of his host, 618 didn't say a word. He knew that no matter what he said, the host wouldn't listen, so it was better not to say anything. Xiao Qingrong has posted the upcoming issues of Starscream Hackers Alliance to the built-in website of the National Hacking League. The administrators here are all red hacks, the kind of hackers who serve the country. Xiao Qingrong is confident in his students, but Xiao Qingrong still gave the country some chances to save face. After making such news, Xiao Qingrong wiped off his traces and quietly leaned on a chair to smoke. He had no idea what his students felt in the computer room over there. Every minute and 1 o'clock in the morning, time passes. Tao Zi and the others were waiting for the Starscream Hacker Alliance to make the first move, so they decided to lurk in the dark, intending to wait for these people and give them a surprise. The Red Hacker Alliance is also prepared. Although it is not known whether the news of the so-called Starscream's Hacker Alliance is true or not, it is always better to be prepared, and many domestic hackers have been preparing for this at this time. When the bell rang at 1 o'clock in the morning, it seemed like a demon's call. All the people who were on the internet did not know what was going to happen, but when the county hackers who were watching the internet saw the messy lines and codes, their eyes were dignified, and then their fingers quickly fluttered on the keyboard. The Starscream Hackers Alliance attacked. Someone has invaded the system, and the defense has begun. The defense has begun. After seeing the actions that belonged to Starscream, the hackers belonging to the country quickly issued an order and later joined the battle. Regardless of the hustle and bustle on the internet, in the eyes of ordinary people, it is still so calm. Xiao Qingrong opened a computer and let 618 track the fighting route of these peasants. Heated with interest. The struggle on the internet is also racing against time. At this time, it is time to prove the abilities of those children. Domestic hackers have also begun to act, but Starscream is indeed like a spider, almost like a bamboo shooter. Even if many people blocked it, it also broke through the last security wall. Their purpose is not to steal information or to cause war. They just want money. Therefore, the invasion of the national bank's secure internet has already begun, but with Xiao Qingrong's reminder, these children of the Mengyu school have already been here early. Seeing the Starscream Hacker Alliance, the students' fingers fluttered like the wind. Hey, you want to wipe out the Starscream Hacker Alliance? That's right. To prove their abilities and to make their teacher proud, these students are working hard. On a peaceful night for ordinary people, after a few hours of struggle, the team led by Tao Zi successfully investigated the members of the Starscream Hacker Alliance. Xiao Qingrong saw the information and handed it over to the country. He believes that in the subsequent negotiations, the country should be in an advantageous position. This battle without gunpowder is doomed to be unknown, not as much as the loss known by 618. Even though the Starscream Hacker Alliance has not acted much, they have been forced to retreat, and their IP address was exposed. So it is estimated that they are now planning to escape. After all, they are a wanted super cyber thief. Afterward, the country was calm on the surface, but the people who received the information about these people started an urgent investigation. By the way, according to the marks left by Tao Zi and these people, they came to Mengyu school. All the children successfully graduated, and the best one was Tao Zi. When people from the capital came here, the children were in a state of persecution. After seeing that their teacher exposed them without hesitation, they realized the good intentions of their teachers. Hackers, no matter how skilled they are destined to succeed. They cannot operate. Unless they can work their magic on the internet, they are useless. Even Tao Zi, for many years, has only helped Mengyu School maintain the official website, do software, and so on. Now, Xiao Qingrong has found another way for them. All 8 people were taken away to the capital. In addition to becoming civil servants, they were able to receive first-level protection from the state, which also made Xiao Qingrong very satisfied. At least, the first students he taught officially graduated. The country did want to recruit Xiao Qingrong, but they did not expect Xiao Qingrong to be very stubborn. He wanted to stay here as the principal, so the country had no choice but to give up. However, Xiao Qingrong did receive special privileges, and he was able to expand the school once again. Until the death of Xiao Qingrong, Mengyu School was still the most powerful college in the minds of all children, because this school cultivated countless talents and gave full attention to the teaching of talents. After Xiao Qingrong's death, a lot of news came out gradually. For example, Tao Zi, the leader of the National Cyber Security Bureau, turned out to be Xiao Qingrong's disciple. Half of the talents of the National Cyber Security Bureau come from the Mengyu School. This place, once known as a quitting school, has created talents that have brought the country's internet security to another level. And Xiao Qingrong officially became a legend of the era, the first principal of Mengyu School who has no flaws. 100 years after Xiao Qingrong created his miracle, a stone statue of him stands on the campus of Mengyu School.